Alright, family. So real quick, I'm gonna do this real quick video. I'm gonna try not to let it exceed 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. I know my people's attention span is short. Alright, so I'm gonna get straight into it. This gender war, okay, that we as Black Americans, we are in a gender war. Unfortunately, the black male and the black female is at war with each other, to be honest. Not all, but a lot. And there's a reason for that. I know, and a lot of us know why white supremacy, feminism, which is one and the same. But I want to get a little bit of metaphysical, and I'm not going to get too metaphysical because I don't want to throw you guys off. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, Kevin Samuels, which I've been following that brother for about 3 years now, his video that he just did, I think about 5-6 days ago, that live that he did, and a sister called in. He told her the straight up truth, the brass tacks truth, and a lot of people are getting offended in the black community. A lot of black women are getting offended. Some black men are getting offended. They're critiquing him, and to be, I can show y'all. Like, I was watching the video. I was live when he did it. I recorded it because it was that profound. Because of the topic. So here's my point. Because I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm gonna speak on that on my YouTube video. Here's my point. Okay, so this gender war. Okay, aside from what we know about our enemy, and how our enemy has orchestrated that war, because this is an orchestrated war. Our enemy is operating in a warfare stance. Our enemy has been at war and studies war, okay, on every level. Our enemy knows that in order to defeat your target, especially if it's a race, you got to create confusion amongst the race. So basically, Black American men and women are operating out of balance completely. Male and female. Okay? So I'm explaining to you guys in a metaphysical aspect, and I'm not going to go too deep. Okay, family. We live in a universe. Okay? Positive, negative. Yin, yang. Female principle, male principle. The universe we live in, we are in a physical body, an avatar. So this is the third dimension. So, meaning that everything is vibration, magnetism, light translates into energy, which you can see, touch, taste, smell. Okay? Dictated by the 7 senses. So not to wrap y'all up. Nothing is balanced without both principles. This is really common sense, okay? But we have to be analytical enough to apply it to our lives as females and males. So the female principle, particularly the black female principle, or the melanated female principle, or the African female principle, because you are an African, period. Genetically, you're African. Period. I'm FBA, Foundational Black American. Ethnically speaking. But genetically, I'm an African. So are you are. So is all of us. The female principle is the negative principle. Now, that does not mean bad. Negative does not mean bad. I told this to my ex a couple months ago, and she flew off the handle, but then when we talked again a couple months later, she understood. Negative, positive. Think of it like a battery, family. You have a battery. One side is the positive side. The other side is the negative side. It's a battery, though. Now, The positive side, right, is where all the electrons shoot through to go through the circuit. You know, for example, the negative side is where all the energy comes from. You understand, family? Whether you know this or not, and I'm speaking particularly to black men who do not study who they are and do not study their ancestors and do not study chem and do not study African science and alchemy. The female principle is the most powerful principle in this realm. Everything comes from them. We just direct. And let me not say just. We direct their energy throughout the circuit, quote unquote. Why is this important? Because our enemy knows this. Our enemy has flipped the script. Our enemy has gave our women so much pseudo power that they want to be the directing principle. But that's impossible because they're women. And our enemy has turned us, a lot of us, so docile or so fearful that we are somewhat scared to direct them. And if we try to direct them, we get pushed back, we get ostracized, we get called chauvinist, toxic masculinity. You see? This is why it's an imbalance. This is why there's a gender war. Now, I'm going to give you guys the metaphysical and the universal principles. Female principle, negative principle. Not bad, negative. Meaning the source. The female principle is rooted in magnetism. Magnetism. The male principle is rooted in electricity. Electricity. Electricity directs electrons throughout a circuit. Magnetism, magnetism interacts. Okay? It interacts with electromagnetic fields without even being in proximity of them. That's why it's called magnetism. From a scientific and a metaphysical principle. This is African science. This is Kemetic Egyptian science. This science has been laid down before a European has ever existed. This science was here before you was ever a quote-unquote slave or a Moor or a Aboriginal or any of that. Magnetism is a result of the interaction between two different charges. Okay? This is why women are emotional, because women, we know the term a female's intuition or a woman's intuition. That's real. That's science. It's not spookism. It's science. A woman can see things or feel things that you can't see or feel. She can warn you of things that you have no idea what is coming, because she is magnetism by principle. If she tells you this, like you've been with your woman, you know, women I've dealt with, they have told me certain things, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even see that. And then, so me naturally, I'm a male. I'm a black male, an African male. I'm like, okay, so explain that or how it. So, because I'm the positive direct principle, electricity. I'm trying to figure out so I can proceed. And I'm like, well, explain that. And they explain it. And, you know, but a lot of times we don't understand until they hit us. You see? So the point I'm trying to make is we need each other. There is no me without, there is no you, black man, without a black woman. Period. There is no black woman without a black man. Other than anything else is just homosexuality. Okay? And that's European culture. No shots, no disses to my European But that's y'all culture. Y'all, that shit is rooted in y'all. So this gender war, family, this is not going to be beneficial for none of us. This is divide and conquer. This is going to get us destroyed. And shout out to the black men and women who are fighting against this. And to my sisters who are programmed to think that you are a man, or you can do what a man does, specifically a black man, or you don't need a man. Sisters, I'm just telling you that that's not going to work out for you. You're going to be very miserable as time progresses. So I would, if I was you, I would follow individuals like me and others online, or talk to some older black men. Get out of that, because that's going to destroy you. Black men, practice sexual discipline. Just because you are handsome, just because you are whatever, you know, you got a nice vehicle, you got some money, you're in shape, or whatever it is that raises your sexual market value. Black men, your purpose on this earth is not to put your phallus in any female that allows you to. That's dumb. Okay, that makes you, honestly, that makes you weak. Okay, number one, because your phallus and your DNA, your light, your semen, lack of a better term, that's your light. That's a part of your soul. You don't spread that around. Duh. And I have to say duh. I don't want to demean y'all, because I used to do the same shit when I was like 22, 23. But come on, family. Like, you can't be 25. You can't be older than the age of 25 and a black male and be trying to have sex with every single black woman because she's attractive and she winks her, and you know she's gonna let you hit her. That's dumb. You're gonna set yourself up for failure, as we can see. Stop doing that shit. And if you don't want to stop doing it, hey look, you know what the Mayo Mafia got what for you? They got a jail cell, they got child support, and all of that. They're gonna take your license and all that shit. So, you know, but again, family, you know, and I don't want to be too abrasive. I love y'all, but I'm gonna do an hour video on this. I'm gonna show y'all documentation, videos, science. I'm gonna show you. I can show you this in the Bible. So just take heed to what I'm saying. This gender war ain't gonna work, family. Period. Love y'all.